I mean, you take your dog for a walk, it's like he doesn't even want you looking at him while he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? It's a private moment, should be respected. Yeah, but people really don't want Jason Segel smashing in the door.
Jason, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Although I will say I needed a whole box of tissues for this one. Thanks for making.
Oh, you got to see the movie. Good. I'm glad.
I know you've got a lot of celebrity friends, but who would actually quit their job and move in indefinitely to take care of you during a health crisis?
Yeah, it's a good question. I honestly can tell you that there are probably 5 or 6 or maybe a few more people in my life who I confidently think would do that. And a lot of that has to do with that after playing this part, I really started to think about what kind of friend I am. And I am not nearly as good a friend in real life as I am in my own head. And I spent the past couple of years actually since doing this movie of trying to cultivate those friendships and like really be a present force in my friend's life, which isn't easy, but it's not that hard either. Like it takes picking up the phone and making the phone call as opposed to not doing it. It's as simple as that. Like the phone call is 5 minutes, you know?
Most celebrities I know are too obsessed with themselves and their own careers to drop anything to show up. I do have some friends though that I think would treat me the way that Jason Segel's character treats my character in this movie.
It really is an unbelievable friendship, and it's such an amazing story, and does make you think about the friends that you have and maybe the friends that you don't need anymore. Is there a part of you though that enjoys making us sad? Because I think the only film that I haven't brought tissues to was 999. Everything else you're in, I'm sobbing.
Oh God, I don't know what that's
part of you that likes it.
Maybe it's I just need a good cry, and so I keep doing these movies to have them myself. I don't know. I'd love to do like a big romantic comedy or some action movie, but maybe people don't see me that way. I don't know.
Well, maybe you need to put it out there and show them that you can do it.
You're right.
But it's funny though, when I interviewed you for Manchester by the Sea, we talked about sad movies, and you said that you ended up at The Elephant Man or watching it, I think, when you were 6. Is there something that you have recently watched, maybe during this pandemic, that was kind of a sob fest for you, like this movie was for us?
You know, I'll tell you the truth. It sounds weird. I haven't been watching much TV or movies. What I've been doing, I was never on social media. It just seemed like a place just a dangerous place where you can get shouted at. And then recently I thought, like, let me try to be a part of that world a little bit just to see what's going on out there. And I would find all these little videos that people have made at home that were so powerful, that were like little glimpses into their lives and the most intimate moments in their lives. And they make me like burst into tears, you know? So I had to stop doing that, because it was like, you can't just be constantly scrolling through these little like tragedies or these great heroic moments, you know, all day long. It's too much of an emotional roller coaster. But that's been the place that I've found stuff that I like connected to. I can't believe I'm saying it, because I you know, never been a part of that for years.
You know, I love the relationship you have with the daughters in this, and I know they give you a few nicknames. Do you actually have a nickname that your friends call you?
No, I don't. My nickname in high school, which is going to surprise you, was Dr. Dunk, because there was a time I won a national slam dunk contest in high school. This is many years ago. Those days are gone, but there was a time.
I don't think you were in Arizona, although I love the scene because I do believe strongly. In fact, we just got back from Southern Utah 5 days ago. Yeah. And I believe very strongly in being outside to find yourself and disconnect. You didn't shoot in Arizona though, did you?
We shot in Moab.
Okay. Yes. Have you ever done a trip like that where you, besides for a movie, where I'm disconnecting, I'm going on my own, and we'll see how it goes?
I do it all the time. You know, it's a weird luxury of my job, but I spend a lot of my time writing as well. And so yes, I actually do it fairly frequently. I live in my own head sometimes to a fault. And so I find that taking a little trip into nature is very helpful in that way.
Well, and that's why I love Gwendolyn's character too, who basically says, I've been here too. Here's my number, to your point about picking up the phone and making a call.
Yeah, all it takes is a gesture. Gesture goes a long way. I had a friend just the other day text me this thing. It was just one sentence that just said, "My life is better because you're in it." And
I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it since they texted it to me.
Wow.
And that took 5 seconds.
Yeah. It does also make you think, what kind of life am I living? And when we can all get back to somewhat a little bit of normalcy, is there anything on your bucket list that's the first thing now, when we can kind of do a lot more things than we can now, that's on that list for you?
Yeah, I'd like to have a dinner party. I would like to have like 6 or 7 or 8 of us who just sit down and talk to each other and say, hey, we made it through.
Yeah. What are you serving?
Boy, I don't know. I've learned to cook so much fish and vegetables during this period. I'd actually like to have a little break and just have something fun, for God's sakes.
Well, if you need HelloFresh, I can handle some HelloFresh meals, and I won't say anything. I'll keep it just between you and your friends, and I'll just cater it with HelloFresh meals that I make.
Deal.
Someone said the greatest luxury is time, and it's true. When you got kids, you really just want to be around for as much of their stuff as you can. So it's tough to make it a bucket list when you know that everything that you're thinking of is kind of like the runner up to the thing that you really want, which is just to stick around and watch them grow. So, but I wouldn't mind climbing Everest, or I don't. None of it has to do with movies, which is interesting. That sort of tells me like maybe I'm in the wrong business. Like it's all these other things that I want to do, but traveling is a big one. There's a lot of places I want to see.
I know they just wrapped me, but since we're all kind of confined to our homes for a little bit, the one message I think people get from the trailer: no guy likes to be interrupted when he's in the bathroom. Period.
I mean, does anybody want to be interrupted? I mean, you take your dog for a walk, it's like he doesn't even want you looking at him while he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? It's a private moment, should be respected. Yep. So, yeah, but people really don't want Jason Segel smashing in the door.
I'll tell you what, next time we see each other in person, I'll tell you the story about how we were making a connection at Heathrow, and I sort of did the same thing to my husband, and he was not happy. So that's a whole separate story for another time.
Put it on Instagram. I'll find it.
I don't want to make you cry.